So the official 2022 nominees for Game of the Year are out. Obviously, my list of Game of the Year is going to differ very, very much from this list. But I thought it would be kind of interesting for us to just kind of go through each of the categories and, I don't know, share my votes with you guys. Most anticipated game. Let's check this out. So we've got Final Fantasy 16, definitely hype. Hogwarts Legacy, I don't care. Lots of people are hyped about it, and I get it. Resident Evil 4, Starfield, I could care less about Starfield, and Zelda. Yeah, I mean, let's just go with Zelda. Even though that kind of was difficult. Best Adaptation, which is movie video game stuff, I guess. We got the Uncharted movie, which I heard was decent, never watched it. Sonic 2, watched that, I didn't care. Arcane, 100% Arcane. God, Arcane was so good. If you haven't watched Arcane, do it. It is amazing. Then we got the best debut indie title, which out of all of these, I think Vampire Survivors is going to be the winner. I guess we'll just give it to Stray. Okay, and then we got the content creator of the year. The only one whose name I know is Ludwig. I don't know who the fuck any of these people are, and I don't care. No, but really, like, why isn't Markiplier here? Or like someone who's like noteworthy? All right, best multiplayer game. This one, okay, so we got Ninja Turtles actually on this list. That's funny. See, here's the thing. Out of all these games, I've played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I played Splatoon 3 because I played Splatoon 1 and 2, and Splatoon 3 is the exact same. I've also played Overwatch 2 because it's the same as Overwatch 1. Screw it. I'm going for Overwatch 2 just because it's Overwatch 1, and out of all of these titles, I think I would like that the best. What about the best family game? Kirby is in the list. Dude, there's a post-end game area in Kirby, and it's actually pretty difficult, but sure, let's go with it. Best role-playing game. I don't even, no question. Elden Ring is already in the list, so it automatically wins. Why is Triangle Strategy and Live Alive here? Jesus. I guess this really was a dead year for gaming. Best action-adventure game. Why is Stray here? That's not an action-adventure game? I played through Horizon on the channel. I didn't really like it. You know, it was okay at first, and then when I beat it, I was just like, man, this game sucked. And then the Plague Tale, I just don't get it, man. Plague Tale feels like a janky-ass PS2 game to me. God of War Ragnarok, 100% gets best out of action game. Stray, just get out. Best VR game. Why is Among Us here? Bone Lab? Bone Lab. Bone Lab was terrible. Oh my God, that game sucked. I think Among Us VR, well, I like Among Us VR in VR chat. The fact that they made it like an official thing is weird to me, but you know what? Screw it. Best innovation and accessibility. Last of Us, 100%. Get all these other games out of here. We all know. I'm glad that The Last of Us Part 1 remake is actually on one of these categories, because those guys are pushing the boundaries in terms of accessibility for video games. God of War is a very close second, but most of all, you want to know why God of War is a second? Because they're just copying all the stuff that Last of Us is doing. Best community support. Ooh, No Man's Sky. Come on, man. It's got to be No Man's Sky. Like, even though these other games, they're great, they're fantastic, No Man's Sky is a true testament to what passionate game developers can do to completely turn a game around. I've never seen a game come out, flop hard, and actually redeem itself. Best mobile game. Diablo Immortal. I like Tower of Fantasy. I enjoyed my time with it, but it fell off pretty hard. Genshin Impact also did, but I think it's still the highest quality mobile game out of this list. Best indie game. Okay, this is actually, see, now this is where Stray belongs. Best indie, it's not Stray. Stray was barely a video game. Tunic, let's give it to Tunic. Best ongoing game. So these are the games that are continually being developed. It's a tough call, dude. I guess I'll say Fortnite, frankly speaking. Like, you guys don't know, if you haven't played it since Zero Build Mode was added, it's like a completely different game. Best games for impact. What the hell does that mean? Best audio design. Let me guess. Oh, Elden Ring's in the category? Huh. Best score and music. Oh, this is a tough one, guys. I'm not even just voting for Elden Ring because I'm like biased or anything. Genuinely, like the Elden Ring soundtrack, I can still imagine it reverberating in my ears. Best art direction. Scorn is actually here? Scorn is actually on the list? Best art direction. I'm sorry, Elden Ring. I'm so sorry. Oh God, what have I done? To me, I think that all of these games end up having super high quality AAA title graphics. Scorn is the only one that there is no other game like it. Like no game looks like Scorn does. And I don't know, there's just something about that game that just stuck with me so hard. Best narrative, Elden Ring. I think that out of all of these games, Elden Ring does have the best narrative, but it deals with narrative in an untraditional sense. So then we got best game direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and okay, yep, Elden Ring, 100%. I don't care. Stray can get the fuck out of here. It is literally just a game where you play as a cat. Like, come on. Don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoyed my time with Stray, but let's not kid ourselves. It doesn't even belong in the same category as these legendary games. So now we're finally here at the game of the year. Which one is going to win? I don't know. Xenoblade, I think it's really cool that they made it on the list, even though I don't know why it's on the list. Stray should be swapped out for Dying Light 2. I don't know why that's not on any of these lists. Like, genuinely, that game was so good. I think Dying Light 2 competes with God of War in my opinion. Horizon and Plague Tale I feel are kind of both in that lower category. I think everyone can kind of agree on that. I don't really feel like they pushed the narrative of video games and what they can achieve in any way, shape, or form. They were kind of just very, very generic, very, very safe. Ragnarok is a phenomenal game, but I still gotta give it to Stray. Obviously, it's the game of the year. No, it's Elden Ring. 100%. Elden Ring wins game of the year. Why is Stray even being compared to these giants? I think that what Stray needed to do was be more like Abzu, Inside. It needed to be one of those games that had no dialogue and was more narrative driven, where it just tells a very simple, grounded story about a cat that is trying to get back to its tribe of other cats. But nope. Suddenly a robot shows up and you're Gordon Freeman and you're saving the entire world for no reason. Anyways, this was just a fun little goofy video for me. I just thought that you guys might be interested in hearing my opinions on it. I am gonna end up having my own official video focusing on my games of the year. This year kind of sucked for games. Like, we had a couple games come out earlier in the year and then suddenly whoop, everything skipped over to Ragnarok just because nothing came out. So much so that Stray popped off and became one of the most popular games that there is. Like, if we're gonna end up talking about a game that deserves to be game of the year, why isn't that weird Vampire Survive game on the top list? You wanna know why? Because it doesn't look pretty like Stray does.